Welcome back. From Casablanca to Marrakesh, we decided to go just a little bit exotic with a Moroccan grill menu for the fall magazine.
And what a great menu it is. For an appetizer, we have a really unique olive platter. First, the olives are marinated and then sautéed. We paired them with a wonderful salty feta cheese and soft pita bread. It's so delicious.
The entree is a spice-rubbed chicken kebab. It's served on a bed of couscous. It's flavored with caramelized onion, dates, and apricots. And it's seasoned with familiar seasonings combined in a little different way. Not too hot, not too spicy, but really delicious for a fall dinner.
And to top off the Moroccan menu, baklava is a perfect choice. It's a classic Mediterranean dessert, and depending on where in the world you are, it can be made with a variety of nuts. Almonds, walnuts, hazelnuts, many times a mixture. Our version features pistachios.
And the first thing we want to do to make the baklava is to make a syrup. So I'm going to start in the saucepan with some water and sugar. Now I'm ready to add a little bit of honey for extra flavor. If you spray your measuring cup with a little bit of no-stick cooking spray before you measure, it'll slide right out of there. Now I want to add some orange flavor, and I'm going to use the peel. I'm going to use a channel knife to get the peel off of here. It gives you a nice visual look on the baklava. You'll see the little pieces of the orange, and you also get a real burst of orange flavor. So I'll use pretty much all of the peel on this orange. Now for some extra orange flavor, I want to add some freshly squeezed juice. These oranges have seeds in them, so I'll go ahead and place a strainer right over the saucepan. That'll catch the seeds, and it'll take both halves of the orange to get the amount of juice that we want. Look at that last little bit of juice. And the fragrance is just really wonderful from that orange. Now I can add a stick of cinnamon. I'm going to put this onto the cooktop, and I'll let it come to a boil. And then it can simmer until it starts to get thick and syrupy. That takes just about 15 minutes. While that cooks, I can go ahead and make the filling. You want to use shelled pistachios, and it's really nice that you can buy those already shelled because it's a little labor intense to do them yourself. So you buy the bag, chop them just a little more finely if you like. Then I'll add a half a cup of sugar and some ground cinnamon. If I just toss this together a little bit, that's all you have to do to make the filling. It's really very simple.
And to build the baklava, start with phyllo dough. It's a Middle Eastern pastry that's found in the freezer section of the store. You'll want to thaw it in the refrigerator overnight, and when you're ready to use it, unroll it. Make sure you have a damp paper towel handy because it does tend to get a little bit dry and flaky. Start the baklava by layering 10 sheets of phyllo in the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch pan. That becomes your base. Make sure to brush each one with butter as you lay it down. Then take a half a cup of the nut filling and spread that right over the top of the layered phyllo. Now, you'll add 2 more sheets of phyllo dough, brushing each one with butter in between. And if you've never used phyllo before, it can be a little bit intimidating at first because it seems so light and delicate. You may tear it, and that's okay because it's really very forgiving and easy to layer into the pan. I'll just put the second sheet right over the top. And then you'll continue to add the nut mixture over the top of the phyllo dough, alternating layers until you have a total of 6 layers. To finish the baklava, layer 10 more sheets of phyllo over the top, making sure to brush each one really well with butter. Now it's time to cut it into a diamond pattern. Start one way, and it's really important to cut the baklava before you bake it because by brushing all of these layers with butter, it creates a really super flaky pastry, and if you try and cut it afterwards, it'll simply fall apart and shatter. So again, make sure to cut it before you put it in the oven. Now we'll go the other way. Now it's ready to go in the oven, and it bakes for about 35 minutes. Wow, here it is. It's golden brown, super flaky, and the aroma of cinnamon and oranges is absolutely incredible.
It is, and the last step that we want to do is we want to let it stand just long enough to cool slightly. We want warm pastry, cool syrup. I'm just going to pour that right over the top. You want to try to be sure and cover all of the surface so that it's all evenly moistened. And as it sits overnight, then all that syrup is going to be absorbed, and it makes an absolutely wonderful, decadently rich pastry.
And since you have to make it a day ahead, it's really the perfect party dish and super impressive.
You're going to love this recipe. And speaking of a party, we've moved our Moroccan feast out to the mezz at Dierbergs to pair.
What great inspiration for a really fun party. Remember the olive platter that we talked about earlier? It's gorgeous. The olives are colorful and fragrant, and the chicken kebabs smell amazing.
We've paired those with charmoula carrots, a unique marinated side dish, and wait till you taste that baklava. You're going to love its rich pistachio flavor.
And we have a Moroccan mint tea. It's a sweet tea that's traditionally served hot at the end of a meal, but try serving it over ice for a refreshing drink. You can find the recipe at Dierbergs.com.
We're so glad that you joined us tonight. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Good night.
Everybody Cooks is shot on location at the DePere Culinary Event Center, a unique gathering place for your special events with a culinary twist.